All right. So this is the session that I'll be using to show all this. And today is focused on arranging your music. So the main thing that I'm going to talk about today is not really building all the elements that you see in here. You could see I have these set of blue tracks over here, these yellow ones over here, and these pink ones over here. And the whole point of today is not to discuss exactly how to create each individual section, like each individual track that you see over here. It's mainly to discuss how to take these ideas and form them out into a full song. And I feel like this is the one of the biggest things that people have issues with. It's like people understand how to create these small ideas, but really expanding them out into full songs is really difficult for a lot of people. And that's the whole thing that I really want to talk about today, is to explain that it's really a lot more simple than you may think. And if you understand how to do it in an efficient way, you could create a lot of music. And I'm actually going to bring up text edit. I feel like this may be the most simple way to actually see this right now. It's kind of like the bootleg version. So, for example, when I say song forms, make this a little bigger. Actually, I'll choose my legit Josh Bess font, Arial rounded. So when I'm talking about song forms, I'm really talking about if you ever see a song and it's like has an intro. This is like a standard like pop song, for example, like an intro, verse, a like pre-chorus, a chorus. And then maybe all this repeats again. But then over here you have like a break. Or you'd call it like a bridge. You have your bridge. And then maybe you have the pre-chorus and then the chorus again. And it's like if you have a standard pop song, this is kind of the way it's set up. It's like you have your intro, a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, a bridge, a pre-chorus, a chorus, and then it goes to the outro, which could be the intro. It could really be anything kind of dipping out of the song. If you're doing electronic music or like EDM or techno or something, that it'll have a different kind of layout, but this is an idea kind of thing based on pop music. And just to show you, like this intro is one part, this verse is another part, this pre-chorus is another part, this chorus is another part. And then these sections really repeat over and over again until they make the full song. So it's like all you really need is this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parts essentially. And if your outro is something different, you would use that. So let me just get rid of all of this stuff. Essentially, this is everything that's creating this song: an intro, a verse, a pre-chorus, a chorus, and a bridge. And in this case, it's like I have these 3 parts over here, this blue one, this yellow one, and this pink one. So like this blue section sounds like this. So it has like this marimba part over here. This one, I change up the synths a little bit. And this one, it's pretty similar to the yellow one, but there's this vocal part. So it's like I have these 3 different parts, and in a way, it's like one part could be my verse, one could be a pre-chorus, one could be a bridge, or it could be something different. It's just simply like A, B, and C. So I have my part A, my part B, and my part C. And what I could do is really choose whatever I'd like to do to turn this into a full song. So it's like I have my A, my B, and my C. Like I could do like A, B, B, C, C. I could do A. Maybe I could do like A 4 times. I could do like B once. or twice. Go back. You know, it's like you get creative with changing these parts around to create any type of form that you'd like. So there are a few ways to do this. Like they have like subtractive and additive methods and all this kind of stuff. And that's kind of what I'll do right now. I'll do kind of a mix of something called the additive method and another one called the subtractive. Additive meaning that I have this part over here, for example. It's like I could duplicate this with Command-Shift-D and just pasted that whole section over, but it moved everything over as well. So I just doubled this section over here, so now it's twice as long. Or maybe I want this to connect over here, so it'll go to the B section. So this is like the main section essentially. So I'm going to make this twice as long. This will be 4 times. And what I could do is now something called a subtractive method where I'm going to take out pieces. It's like I have every element within this part that I know I already like. So what I could do is take out certain pieces that I want to allow this to build out into something farther. Basically, by taking something away, it makes it seem like something will be added in afterwards. So for example, I don't want this hi-hat. So I'm really just changing this up. I took like half of this out. I took a little piece out over here. And I'll let this go into this next part over here, this pink section. Same thing. Make this pink. Okay. You know, maybe I can make this kind of like a break section by taking out the kick and the bass. So I created all these different things. I'm really just deleting things. Like I'm deleting the kick over here, the hi-hats. And just say, for example, I wanted the intro to be very similar to the outro. I could simply add that in. And now I took these small ideas and I turned that into a song that's essentially 3 minutes long, you know? So it's basically taking these simple ideas and extending it out into something that we can now use for a full song. You could throw more vocals on this to create more of a pop song or something, whatever you really want to do with it. But the main idea is really understanding that instead of really focusing on the claps and the kicks and like understanding how to create the elements of the song, like each individual track, it's really the next step is really figuring out how to form these into something, you know? And that's really the whole main point of this right now. It's really saying whatever style of music you make, it's really possible to take those ideas and stretch it out into whatever kind of form you want to do it with. So that's really the main point right here. Also, I'm recording this whole session right now, and I'm going to be reposting it on my site to check out on joshbest.live. Underneath the video, I will have a button where you could actually download this session. So I have a saved version of the session from the beginning of it without me arranging it. So you could take it, you could try arranging it on your own as well. And I think you could have fun with it. And if you have any of your own music, you can apply these ideas as well. And I think it can be something helpful to add to your music knowledge creation arsenal. Were these originally loops, or did you create the loops yourself? These were actually from a sample pack. I don't have the sample pack on this computer. Wait, maybe I do. Samples. I think it was from one of these packs. I didn't make it from scratch. I think this was it. Yeah, so I basically took a bunch of these different sample packs and I mixed them together into this session. I think I mainly use this one though. It's from, I forgot the name of the company, but it's called Enormous House 2. Yeah, whenever I do these lessons or these kind of videos, I like using sample packs to kind of like get the ideas together quickly, just to show the main point of the lesson rather than like creating the thing from scratch. Did you say we can download the set? There's a record button on the bottom of the screen. I think you're able to record this as well if you see the record button, although I am recording a higher quality version of it. So the version that you're seeing right now is being streamed online, but the version that I'm recording is the recorded version right before it hits the internet, essentially, before it starts streaming. So it's higher quality, and that's the quality that I'm going to upload to joshbest.live. Underneath that video, I'll have a little download button, and it'll be this same exact session that you see right over here. I'll give you two versions of it. The first one I'll give you is the session that I started with, and then I saved another version. So this will be like the version that I arranged. So I'm going to give you both of those sessions. They're going to be free. I'm not going to sell them because, as you saw, this is a sample pack as well. So I'll just give it away for like learning purposes. And no, this won't be turned into a Groove 3 product. I do have some videos on Groove 3 revolving around arranging. Actually, I do have a video course on Groove 3 that's focused on this same idea. So when I upload the video to my website, I might show that. I might give like a link to that as well. Although this specific video, no, this is just a private little session that I'm going to do for you guys. Although if you do want to take a full in-depth session, I do have those on my website on joshbest.live as well. So I could give you a link to that, or you could check that out. Actually, I could pop this into... You've probably seen joshbest.live if you found this chat room anyway. So over there is where I do the main private sessions. So I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to upload a link to download this session. I'll also give you some links to direct you to the Groove 3 courses where I do talk about some of this stuff as well. And I'll also put a link down in case you would like to inquire a private session, because that's where we could get more in depth with all this kind of stuff. I do not have Ableton open. I like dubby tech house styles, and I'm frustrated with not completing tracks. Hopefully this could help you then. This is one of the biggest things that I personally saw. What do you think is, or Richard, what do you think is the thing that's stopping you from completing tracks? Joseph, my style is a mixture of R&B and electronic and gospel. I just recently upgraded to Ableton Live 10. Yo, Ableton Live 10 is awesome. Make it seem so simple. Amazing. Thank you. That's what I tried to do with this. I think, yeah, when you open this session up, you could download the session. You could try it out for yourself. It might be nice to replace all this sound, because this is a very specific style of music. It's like this happy, tropical, future bass kind of stuff. If you replace all the sounds with your own sounds, like you just create these two simple, like tech house dubby ideas, you could kind of take the same idea and extend it out. And you could see, like this thing right here, it's about 3 minutes long. But the idea started off, if I highlight this section, less than like 20 seconds, you know? So I think it's really possible to do this, extend things out. I want to emulate your workflow and move faster. Yeah, man, you can do it. Once, as far as the speed, like actually using Ableton to copy and paste and all this stuff, that's just like getting used to the hotkeys and all that. As far as like the creative flow of it, it's like once you get those, like this yellow section, once you create that section, that's the thing that takes a long time. It's like creating the actual ideas, but it's like extending it out into like a song form. It's like once your idea is there and it sounds good, this part is a lot quicker. Of course, it takes time if you want to like think about it and make it so-called perfect, but yeah, once you get the hang of it, you can kind of speed up the process for sure. Yeah. So do I usually work in arrangement view? When I am arranging music, yeah, I do it a lot in arrangement view. When I'm mixing, you know, like once I'm done with this whole thing and I need to mix it, then I do it in the session view over here, because I have like my faders, I have access to all this stuff. So it's definitely easier to mix in this screen for me, but when I'm writing and arranging, yeah, it's definitely easier for me to do it in this view over here. And that's a personal preference. Some people don't even like using the arrangement view. Some people only like using the session view. But when I perform live, I use the session view. But I like arrangement view for actually arranging and creating the music. And unfortunately, I think we are just about out of time. I hope you're able to learn something. It seems you're able to take something out of this. I hope you enjoyed the flow of this, the whole session. When I upload it to my website, I'll also have a comment section below. So if you guys have any thoughts or comments or questions, let me know over there, and I could jump back anytime to answer any other thoughts you have. And I'm looking forward to doing this again. Next month, I'm basically going to do this the first of every month. It's like a nice little thing that I could do. It's a quick little session. The next one, I'm not sure the exact topic. I like this whole arranging topic, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comment section of the video that I'm going to post up of things that you want to know about. Let me know what you want to see, and I could do this again next month. The first of the month, jump in the morning, we could have a quick little session together. I will see you again very soon on the interwebs or any other location. I don't have a camera today, so that's my face waving off to you guys. Enjoy.